liquor store and get a Fro 45, Fro 45, so we can get drunk. We'll be shaking the trunk, having some fun, baby, having some fun, dipping in the
Welcome, party people, I'm so glad you're here. I want to introduce you to my new beer. It's not Budweiser or Miller Lite. It's Colt 45 and it tastes just right. Colt 45 wouldn't give me no cheddar, so I flew to St. Louis and I brewed something better. Down with the trash, got a pimped out can. The name on the side is Afro Man. When I was young, I used to drink OE. Now I brew my own beer like a real OG. I'm not just a cop, I'm a resident. I'm not just a client, I'm the president. Go to your favorite liquor store, request that brand new beer from Fro, so you can get drunk and I can get paid. Rest in peace, Mix Master Spade.
You wanna go to the liquor store and get a Fro 45, Fro 45, so we can get drunk. We'll be shaking the trunk, having some fun, baby, having some fun.
Oh yeah, you're listening 96.1 Styling, Dragon in the Afternoon, and yeah, let's go to the liquor store. So you know that one, JD?
No, I did not know that one, but I like it.
Yeah, he had to go to St. Louis to brew his own beer. Damn right.
Yeah, I heard that.
Come to our hometown to make his own beer from Palmdale. And it's called
Love it.
Afro 45.
I was hoping you were going to play the song I sent you.
Which one was that? That makes me want to look now.
The one that started all the songs. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If You Love Me.
Oh, If You Love Me. We'll have to do that one. So, If You Love Me. That, no shit, right? Oh, man. So, anyway, we'll get to that, okay, people? We'll get to that. So, earlier, we brought up something, and JD's been out of the studio for a minute, and she just stopping in to see us, you know, and she's going to stop in from time to time, people, and I think what we might do is start doing the weather report with her or some shit, like, she can just call in for 10 minutes for the
JD the
weather.
weather babe.
Yeah, like that girl on Mean Girls where she like touches her boobs and it's like it's a 30% chance of rain and it's already raining.
Yeah. Shit. JD's version would be like, it's raining, bitch. I gotta go.
Right.
It's sunny today.
Get out and feel the rain. Don't just get wet.
Yeah. And if you're feeling a little hippie-ish, take you some shampoo outside, and it's free, people.
Yeah, go wash your hair in the rain. We used to do that when I was a kid.
I think the weird thing is a lot of people's done that at some point in their life.
Yeah. That's funny.
You know.
See, I did that Mudfest a couple times. As
Well,
an adult.
Well, yeah, because I mean, water at
Fucking muddle
Mudfest.
in my hair, and I was like, fuck it, it's raining.
Dude, I went to the Redneck Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
I had mud every orifice of my body and down my ear canal. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, you get in your ear, down your crack, all kinds of places, man, if you're doing it right.
I'm like, fuck.
If you do it right.
And then them motherfuckers charging $50 for a hose. I'm like, and you know how I'm a neat freak. You know, I gotta wash. You know, I was a doctor. I gotta wash my hands all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do you guys take plastic? I mean, fuck, I'm gonna be here for a minute. So on the last hour, something that JD's missed, and when we say this to you, what comes to your head? Murder. I'll fucking do it again.
Guilty.
So that meme?
Do you know what?
Yeah, or was it a meme or was it? Oh gosh, what was it?
Goofy goes to
Murder.
trial.
Oh, Goofy goes to trial. Yes.
Yep.
So you do know it.
Yes.
I think she was here for that.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We are like, our ADD is like fucked up or something, because
Yeah.
all the time we're like, murder, we'll fucking do it again. Fuck your New Balances. You know, like,
I had a feeling that was going to happen right from the get.
Oh, yeah.
it's got to be something with our generation, because like, it's got to have some hidden agenda in our brain, because like hell, I was riding mountain bikes, and I was like, I'll fucking do it again. I was going down this hill, and everybody's like, what did you say?
I think I did that in the car the other day. Somebody was coming, I was like, I gotta go. I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah, it's like, it just come out of nowhere.
She looked at me like, are you fucking nuts?
Maybe you were on the show when we did that, and
Yeah, it
She
was.
was.
and yeah, because I mean, you haven't been gone that long, you know.
No.
But like,
She wasn't on the show when we discovered the interesting songs.
oh no, she was.
Was she?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. So
I don't think she was on then, was she?
no, she was on one of the last episodes JD was on. It was Hump Day, and we were playing all that fucking sexual music.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was.
you heard just on my face.
Yeah, jizz on my face. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
which we found out that was a real song and the whole backstory. But then there were so many other versions of "I Take It Up My Pooper" and all kinds of shit, and then we stumbled into a whole new cracked out version of people are taking old music or new music, and they're making it sound like the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And oh yeah, we've
Some of it
actually.
was crazy.
Yeah, so In Play Broadcasting, that owns Styling Radio, has got a new station that's coming out here soon, a sister station called Jingling Radio.
Okay.
And dude, it is so fucking addicting to listen to this shit, because you're like, I know this song and who sung it, but it's sung like somebody in the 70s or the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It's so crazy. I mean, it's like, wow, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, she missed that. What else did she miss? Well, were you here when I cussed out fucking people from Southern Illinois?
No.
Oh yeah, you missed that
He
one.
cussed out Shazam.
You know, my girl's
By his
from
real name.
Illinois too originally, and I can't remember what part.
Well, and the
Not
thing
the
is,
life, you
we
remember what
we
part.
personally, we have nothing against people from Southern Illinois except 4 fucking individuals.
him.
Well, there's just
Yeah.
4 individuals, and
Yeah.
we straight fucking, I don't know what it was, man. I just fucking had enough of their mouthing off bullshit. You know. But you were on the station when we switched to got the call letters, right?
I'm not sure. The call letters, refresh me a little bit, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, 96.1 Styling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you were here for that.
Yeah.
With the with the FCC
Trying to
coming
report
in.
us. They made up a call letter. Yeah.
Yeah, because fucking some dumb fuck reported us and said we were pirating
Oh.
music, and
Yeah.
the FCC come in to shut us down, and come find out we do pay for music, and by the way, we know who the fuck reported us, because we got your email address, stormchaser86 or 84 at gmail.com. Fucking motherfucker. Why don't everybody
Yeah, that's how I figure
How
out.
about this, people? Everybody that's listening, and we know it's a fuck ton of you people listening. It's, like 800,000 people right now. How about everybody email Southern, it's SI, which is Southern Illinois. So it's SI Storm Chaser 84 at gmail.com, and just tell him thank you for getting us call letters. We're going to bomb this motherfucker's emails this afternoon.
Not to mention what else they're gonna sell him.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Google's going to shut his email down. He's going to get 10,000 fucking emails. But yeah, everybody email that email address and tell him thank you for getting us call letters. Haters will make you famous.
Yep.
Yes, they will.
And we were perfectly happy doing digital radio, but now we got call letters. We're in 36 states. So shit. So keep it styling.
We'll
We
fucking do it again.
fucking do it again. Damn right we will. They're downloading music from YouTube and just giving it to people and not paying royalties. The guy from the
That sound quality would be terrible if we were doing that.
That's what I was thinking, you know. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, you know. So like, the FCC guy was stern but really cool, and I'm glad because now we have a direct way in with the FCC. They said we kind of got to watch our language, but other than that, I mean, we haven't broken any rules. We haven't, you know, done anything wrong.
They don't know us very well about the watching language, do they?
Because we'll do it again.
Right.
No, I know about the rules. I said frick yeah, not the bad word.
Oh, I say fuck all the time. So I mean, we're allowed so many
Fuck, I
fuck.
didn't say frick.
We're allowed
Well,
so
I've been
many.
trying to watch my mouth anyway because cursing is really just not ladylike, and I'm trying to not do it so much.
She's like,
I get that.
I'm trying a new leaf. I'm trying to be more of a lady.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more just, you know.
But if you cut
put
me off,
together.
in traffic, I will fucking run into your ass. I'll do it again.
No, I have what I call a road rage rule. I always tell myself they're probably on their way to the hospital to have a baby.
If not, they're about to be on their way to the hospital to have their own shit. A foot for their ass.
Yeah, or something. Like they're on their way to the hospital for something. Don't be mad. They got to get there. So I don't let road rage bother me.
Well, I'll tell you guys this. So Saturday when I was coming home from, I was driving Stephanie home back to Illinois. There was a drunk guy, and he decided he owned 3 lanes of 270.
Oh, nice.
3 lanes belong to this fucking Cadillac, okay? I'm on the phone with Carrie from the club. He's loud as fuck because he's been drinking. His wife was driving, so he decides he's going to call me. No, how's the party? You know? I'm like, and he's so loud. He's yelling and screaming at me, and I was trying to text somebody while I'm driving, and you know, that's probably a lot that I shouldn't be telling over. Allegedly, okay?
Yeah, allegedly.
And all of a sudden, fucking Stephanie starts yelling, look at this drunk fucker. And I, like, look up, and he's like, I own 3 lanes of this road. like,
And I'm using all 3 of them, goddamn.
damn right he was. And so I just kind of let off on the gas, and of course the car was like, wum, 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 and I just fucking downshifted and just floored it, went in the fucking left lane and went right around him. And I just kept talking on the phone like it didn't bother me. But I looked up in the rearview mirror as I was driving, and he still owned all 3 of those lanes because people were like following where I went. There was somebody passed him on the shoulder, you know, because
I bet.
he's like, 3 lanes, I own all 3 lanes. And it wasn't like he was snaking. He just like turning, you know, like, I mean, at least he could have used his blinker, you know, I mean, like, I went in this lane, now I went in this lane, and it was somebody drunk, I mean, and no, it wasn't somebody coming from Leslie's party. We were up by fucking Florenson, so, you know, it was a Ferguson deal, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Nice.
like,
My stomping grounds.
yeah, like the hood from JD's from, and you know, I'm the king of 270 for 15 minutes until I hit my exit. I want all 3 lanes. Thank God it was like fucking 5 lanes, and then it went down to 4. But because one guy passed him on the shoulder, I'm like, look at that shit. Like, well, I guess he's got somewhere to be. You know,
He's like, I'm getting away from this motherfucker.
yeah. I should have sat there and was like, maybe they're having a baby. They're on their way to the hospital.
Just let them just let them by. Or get past them.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Yeah. Damn right, I didn't want him running into me.
Hell no.
I don't know.
You know?
Or flipping his car and having to avoid it.
Well, then I would have to stop because, you know, I took an oath in the medical field, and I have done it tons of times. Stop to help somebody, you know what I'm saying? I've drugged people out of cars upside down, all kinds of shit. And but I was like, man, I ain't got time for fucking Colt 45 here, man. I gotta go.
Right.
Yeah.
out there helping him in the blonde afro.
The white pants.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe I didn't get those white pants dirty.
He probably thought he was dreaming if he'd have seen you. If that would have happened.
But man, did I go back to the 70s?
Right?
Hey, you look like you've been at a disco.
Did I die?
My shirt was all fucking shiny and all this shit. Like, Had a big gold chain on, you know, like.
Old guy looks and goes, man, did I die and go to hell? Because I hate fucking disco.
Right.
No shit, right? I
Who's the
told.
white boy?
Yeah, who's this white boy with the afro, man? Like, what the fuck? It was the biggest afro at the fucking party.
And it was a blonde afro.
Because I got
It was
blonde.
definitely touching the roof of your car, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was fucking annoying. I had to take it off. But see, I told Steph,
Yeah.
if we get pulled over, I'm putting it on.
Tell him I poked the window out of your car.
I went to roll the window up and it got stuck in the window.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If I
That's
would,
priceless.
I guarantee it was touching the ceiling so bad, if I would have opened the sunroof and you were in front of me, you could have saw the afro coming out the sunroof.
You need to wear that fro to the next car show.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah, that'll be fun. You can utilize that quite a bit, I feel
Fuck
like.
yeah.
as much as I paid for that fro, it's gonna get its use. Okay.
Wear it enough that people will just think that that's what your hair looks like and you grew your hair out.
Now, speaking of interesting shit, so the girl I went mountain biking with yesterday,
Mhm.
her and Ed, during COVID, she bought, no shit, a bear outfit.
Cool.
Okay, and she went to Goodwill and she found the same clothes that Ted the bear wears.
Oh my, she was really bored during COVID.
Well, no, she wanted to see people smile. So she goes,
Yeah.
come over. I got to go grocery shopping, and I'm because I had to stock up. I just moved in my place. I had to stock up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I show up at her house. She answers the door, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And she goes, "Let me grab my purse. We're going to Schnucks, going to the grocery store." She gets in my truck, and she had to squat down because her head was hitting the ceiling. We went into the grocery store with her dressed like Ted.
I love it.
She's pushing a cart and everything. There were so many people excited and was high-fiving her, and it's
Aww.
Ted. I was like, man, we're gonna get fucking thrown in jail. And then she did the ultimate,
What's that?
which I don't know if you guys ever noticed in my office. I've got that big pug head.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting me a pug costume.
Oh, shit.
So Ted and the pug can Mighty Mike go into fucking places, and I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
man, people, I did some wild shit, but there's nothing like when you dress up like a fucking cartoon character and walk into a damn grocery store.
Yep. I have a unicorn suit that I've been known to wear. Purple.
Okay, my buddy
Sparkles.
was drunk, and he's a pretty boy, and we dared him to dress as a woman. So he shaved his legs and everything for this.
Yeah.
We dressed him up as a woman. We stuffed a bra, everything, put him in this little bitty short fucking dress, and took him up to where we cruised at. We walk into Subway and we're ordering food, and somebody hits on him.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting here trying not to die fucking laughing. And they're like, hey, honey, can I get your number? You want to go ride around with me later on? And he just keeps smiling at him. And he's like, are you a mute? You're not going to talk to me? He goes, you really probably don't want my fucking number. And he was like, whoa. About that time, I started dying laughing.
Yeah. How could you not?
But the worst part was, he made a convincing woman. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because he was clean cut enough that he put the wig on, and he was a skinny little fuck anyway, and we gave him boobs, so.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean,
First time I ever saw a cross-dresser was in this tiny, do you guys know Perryville?
yeah,
Perryville,
Perryville,
right?
Illinois. Yeah,
Yep.
I know Perryville.
Yeah, it was in Perryville, and we were at like the Burger King, or I don't know, it was a fast food restaurant. And I think I was like a freshman in high school, and we were on our way to a church trip, and we see this like 50, I mean, he had to be at least 56 years old, had a beard and everything, and he was dressed as a woman in Sunday church. And it was the first time I ever seen it. And Harry Lake, he was not convincing whatsoever. but he owned it. He owned every bit of it.
I was in Carlinville at Walmart one day, and I'm going through Walmart. You know, they got some large women that work there. You know, I can't say nothing. I'm large too, but they had some large women that work there, so I don't ever think nothing of it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm in the frozen aisle, and I'm looking for something. I don't remember what I was looking for, and this gal was putting stuff away in the frozen food aisle. She's a large gal. And she had a dress on and everything, and I think her hair was like blue or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, one of them freaky girls, you know. And I said, hey, are you guys out of these kind of fries? And she turned around and she goes, nope. I'll check see if you have some in the back. And I look up and she's got a beard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, shit. I almost said it out loud. He had a full beard, hair down over to his tits, and was wearing a dress.
They
Every
gotta
time I
like
go
the
in
shock,
there,
like the shock factor. You know?
every time I go in there, I see this guy. And I'm like, he did finally shave the beard. But I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I ain't got a problem with him. I thought he was a girl from the back. And it was funny because I was just standing there gonna get my shit. I'm like, hey, you guys got any of these fries? Oh, they checked the back. And it turned out and looked at me, and I probably looked up like, you know? I probably had that dumbfounded look on my face. But
Yeah. Yeah, that
always
was
in
all
there.
us teenagers when we were in Perryville.
Trying to think
Well,
of
I
the
got
first.
You know, I loved RuPaul's cross-dressing show, the RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, yeah.
I watched every episode of that. I think they are so talented. They do makeup so good.
I think the first
Everybody
time.
says you should.
I think the first
Everybody
time.
says you should go see a drag show.
Oh, hell yeah. I've heard they're really fun.
Oh yeah, drag shows are fun, but I think the first time I'm sitting there thinking the first time I actually seen a tranny or a cross-dresser, I think is when I went to Florida for college. There was this bitch jogging down the beach, and I think we were cruising by. We were like, "Hey, girl," blah blah blah. I turned around, she's like, "What up?" And we all shut the fuck up in the car, and we're just like,
What's the worst is when you see one and you can't tell for sure what it is.
"Oh well, we couldn't tell at all until she said something." I was like, "Say what?"
Well, we went to the dog place in Springfield, Illinois, and we were going to look at the dogs for sale. We're in there walking around, and this girl comes walking up, and she was, I don't know if she was full black, but she was at least mixed. Little short gal, big boobs, a full beard. And she had a girly name, and she talked like a girl, and she had boobs, but she had a beard, a full trimmed, full beard.
You're like, I am so confused.
And I'm like, okay, was it a girl that took some hormones or something? You know, I'm like, I can't figure it out. And you don't want to be rude and ask, you know?
Like, I got nothing against how people live their lives. Like,
No,
your life is
exactly.
happy, whatever.
But
like,
sometimes I'm just confused, and I'm like, okay, now was that a girl that turned to a guy or a guy turned to a girl? I don't get it, you know?
Like, I don't
Yeah.
get it. You know what I mean? It's hard to, like, that's why I like talk. I've had a few gay friends, you know what I mean? No cross-dressing gay friends, you know what I mean? But, like, it fascinates me because maybe they like the shock factor or, you know what I mean? But, like,
And not all gay people want to cross-dress.
no, absolutely not. No, that's
I've got a gay
Yeah.
friend. He's a buddy of mine's kid. He's only like 20, 21. And I asked him one day, I said, I'm not there to be because he's openly gay. And I talk to him about it all the time. If I have a gay question, I ask him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's cool about it. Well, I messaged him one day and I said, hey, call me. So I said, I just have a question. It was when all this transgender stuff was starting to come out really hot and heavy with Biden and all that. I said, they say all this shit is your mental problems and all this shit if you do it. I said, do you want to be a girl? And he goes, no, I absolutely don't want to be a girl.
See, I don't necessarily believe that it's mental problems. I think in some cases, but like there was this kid that I grew up with, and I mean, we were small children, and we knew that he was gay back then.
Oh yeah, and that's how
he was born that way.
That's how he was. You could tell when he was 8 years old that he was going to be gay. You know.
Yeah.
I think I knew he was gay before he knew he was gay.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how this kid I grew up with was.
And I asked him, I said, do you want to be a woman? He goes, no, absolutely not. I said, do you want to dress like a woman? He goes, absolutely not. He goes, I'm me. And if you don't like me, too fucking bad. I said, I get it. I said, that's exactly how I feel. I said, I said, and you've always been cool with me, I tell any gay, I've had several gay friends, I always tell them, I'm cool if you don't want to hit on me. I don't give a shit what you do,
Yeah,
Right.
and the big thing is, I mean, none of us.
He said a lot of the ones that transgender, like you said, are seeking attention.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. A lot of them are seeking attention, and then there is gay or lesbian, individuals, and a lot of girls are lesbian because guys, you fucked them over so bad they went and played with the other team.
Oh, I can stand it.
Or
and you've got girls that never have been with a guy. You've got some butch
That
girls
is
that never been with a
true.
guy. Period. They knew all along, and
yeah. So,
but that is what it is. He said that too. He said he thinks from what he's seen of the people he hangs around with, that the attention seeker ones are usually fighting horrible depression.
Yes, and
they're trying to change their identity, thinking that they're gonna feel better about themselves. And he said it usually doesn't work.
I think that comes from abusive parents. That's my opinion.
Well, this kid's got the most abusive parent of all for being a freaking gay kid.
Yeah.
His dad's like almost a skinhead.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10 you'll hear stories like that. Like really bad. Yeah.
Him and his dad don't speak anymore because he's gay. I was surprised with his dad, but his dad can't wrap his head around it.
Well, that tells me that the dad has some issues with his own masculinity.
That's what I said. I said, many times that you've been in prison, and you tell me you're not gay. He's like, I ain't gay. I said, your boyfriend is. Fuck you.
yeah, but on that note, guys, we're going to go right back into music. JD, it was great having you on the show. I know you got to bounce.
Yeah, it was great being back. I do, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, see you next month.
Yeah, see you next month, But yeah, she was just stopping.
Sooner.
She was stopping in because, she doesn't live in St. Louis. She lives outside St. Louis. And, it's a little bit of a drive for her to come in, but she was in St. Louis. You were visiting some family and doing some other stuff. And she's like, well, I talked to the boss the other day, and I was like, well, swing on by anytime you want. And fucking, it's funny because before the show, Jimmy goes, is JD gonna be on the show, like a call-in or something? And I was like, not that I know of. Why? He's like, oh, okay. So I guess he's seen you downstairs. So I don't know. I mean,
yeah, he must have. Yeah.
Now I was like, next thing I know, she's walking out like, well, fuck, it's about that time you showed up to work. So. But
yeah, I'll be back. I'll pop in. We'll surprise you guys. It'll always be a
Not
surprise.
a
That's my role.
Not a problem.
Yeah, she's always welcome over here, and there's times that she'll be on for a week, and there's other things that she's got going on. So, but on that note, guys, you're listening to 96.1 Styling Dragon in the Afternoon. We'll be right back.